Monire, monire, monire mosa, bamama, badada na washinyamata. Tampokererani. So in this video, we are getting deeper, actually. Tukwima. We are getting we're getting stronger. Tukwima. So in this video, we are looking at verbs, adjectives, nouns, and things like that. So you can be able to actually make a sentence. Yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so good morning, wherever you are. Maukauli, Matandara. Good afternoon. So this is Matandara, which means good afternoon. Okay. Tatandara kwa limwe. Nice, Tatandara. Okay, so this lesson is about chisambizyo cha muhanya unu ni uru chisambizyo so chisambizyo is a lesson. Chisambizyo. Chisambizyo can also mean subjects. English, chisambizyo cha English, chisambizyo cha maths, chisambizyo cha licheo, chisambizyo cha agriculture, chisambizyo. So it can mean a lesson, a subject, something like that. Verbs. Mchitumbuka maverebu. Oro, majo ya kuchita. Kuchita means doing. So, yeah. But for you not to get complicated, maverebu, people who have gone to school, they will know what maverebu ni vichi. Okay? Majo ya kuchita. Doing, kupanga, or kuchita. Walking, kwenda. Kwenda pass. So walking, kwenda pass means you're walking on foot. If it was by car, we would say kwenda pa garimoto. Garimoto is a car. Kwenda pa garimoto. Kwenda pa ndege if you're flying. Okay? But walking, kwenda pass. Running, kusamara, or kuchimbira. Kuchimbira can also mean if you are running away from something. Muchimbira vi? What are you running away from? Kusamara, running. Running fast. Samachomene. Chimbiranga. Run fast. Eating. Kulia. Kulia sima. Kulia dende. Kulia. I don't have a fruit to to use, but I think there is a fruit somewhere. Oh, this is not a. It's a lemon. Chindimu, mandimu. But it has overstayed as well. It's quite yellowish now. Yeah, so nkulia chindimu. Tikulia mandimu. Buffing, mandimu is plural, meaning lemons. Chindimu, chimoza. One. Buffing, kugeza. I'm going for a bath. Nkuruta, kukageza. I'm going, nkuruta, kukageza, bath. Or if you just say kugeza, people will know you are talking about you are going for a bath. Singing, kwimba. Can you sing? Mungimba imwe. Do you sing? Namukwimba. Jumping, as in if you're jumping a rope, we call it kudeta. You know, jumping. But you can also, yeah, jumping is jumping, isn't it? Yeah. But if you are jumping a class, for example, from standard 2, you jump a class to standard 4. Yes, we can use good data or data class, but usually it will be kujumpira. For kujumpa means pass. They passed here, but jump up, meaning they just crossed here, they passed here. Wajumpira means you've skipped something. So wajumpira karasi from standard 2, wajumpira kuruta standard 4. Hanging, as in if you're hanging on a rope, kudereta. So if you see something hanging, it means kudereta. Salu you dereta. The cloth is hanging. Salu you dereta. Hangs himself kujigaka. I'm not saying you have to go and do that. This is just for lesson. Kujigaka doesn't help anybody because one, we've lost you as a person. We've lost you, the reason why you were birthed into this world. Secondly, people suffered in so many different ways to make sure that you're alive. And then it kind of like sometimes feels as if it is lack of appreciation for everything else that everyone else has done to you to come in this world, that you have to just go. But it's also an area that if it happens, I understand, because life can be hard and it treats people differently. And so if people do reach to make that decision and they proceed and it happens, we cry because there's loss of life. But at the same time, because we really don't know what went on in someone's mind to make that decision. So yeah. Mandimu. Let's continue. Sorry, I digressed. It's because I was concentrating on this one. Jumping, as in a queue now, because the first jumping I talked about a rope. You jumped a jumpira. Yeah, like I gave an example from jumping a class, jumping a queue. That is kujumpira. Passing a road, kujumpa pamseu. Okay. When you're crossing the road, so I shouldn't be eating. Passing the road, kujumpa. Crossing, it's also kujumpa. I was trying to think, right? Before you cross the road, pamberi munda jump. Before you cross, pamberi munda jump. After you cross, maduma jump. I left my village when I was 12 years old, but Chitumbuka was never separated. Each time I find a chance, I would speak. So even making this channel for me is more about preserving a language that I hold dear, that I love so much, that is part of me, that I'm part of it, that made me. So much as I'm doing it for other people to have a snippet of my language. It's more so for myself. To preserve it is my number one aim, because it's a language that I think it's amazing. We should be preserving it. Okay. Playing, kusevera. Praying, kupemphera, or kusopa. So kusopa would be kusopa. But kusopa can also mean soup. Masopa. But kusopa is also kupemphera. Praying. Refusing, kukana. I refuse to be treated this way. I refuse to accept. I refuse, kukana. Or kukanishisha, meaning when it's a no, no. Wakanishisha. Wakanishisha nakana. Meaning I'm not negotiating on this. Driving a car, kuendesha gari moto. Driving a motorcycle. Excuse me, kuendesha tututu. Crying, kulira. Advising, kurangiza. Kumupa dangu. Dangu is advice. But it's good advice. Because if you are saying, mwana na dangu, this child has manners. Dangu, yes, manners sounds better than advising, just advising. But dangu, mwana dangu, it means mwana you, this child has manners. So where do you get manners from? Because maybe someone gave it to you. So kumupa dangu, kumupa means giving, advising someone, giving, yeah. So this one, dangu, let's put it here, manners. Learning, kusambira. Like now you're learning chitumbuka. Kusambira, chitumbuka. Talking, kuyowoya. So kuyowoya is if I'm talking, kuyowoya. If I'm talking to someone else, we are talking to each other, kuyoeshana. Mayoeshana nanja. Who are you speaking to? Kuyoeshana. It's a conversation, two people talking to each other. Sleeping, kugona. So usually in the morning, you hear people saying, magonero, meaning, how was your night? How did you sleep? So in short, they would just say, magonero, magona uli, how did you sleep? Kugona, sleep. Climbing, as in a mountain, kukwera. But kukwera can also mean passing exams. You say, I've passed, nakwera maestro. Ururating, ururutira. Watching, kuonerera. We went to watch a film. Tanguruta, kukaonerera mafilimu. Or kukaonera mafilimu. Okay? Kuonera. Kuonera. Drumming. Kutimba ngoma. Hey. Uyo manya utimba ngoma, meaning this one knows how to beat the drums. You know, he's like an expert, yeah? Kutimba. Kutimba means beating. So can be any form of beating, like with your hand, you beat someone, you beat a drum, you beat that, you beat a cattle. Beating. Ngoma is drums. So drumming, kutimba ngoma. Or kulija ngoma. So we can also put here, kulija. Kulija usually is the sound. If a child is crying, someone will ask, Mwamulija mwana, meaning you've made this child to cry. That it's that sound you are hearing. So kulija ngoma is also about, we can hear the drums zikulira, zalira, as in the sound of the drums. Hunting animals, kusaka nyama. Animals ni nyama. Nyama za kutondo, nyama za kuchile, nyama za mtondo. Tondo is from the bush, animals from the bush. Nyama za mtondo, animals from the bush. Kusaka means hunting. Taya kusaka nyama, vaya kusaka dende. So much as here, this is why maybe I put in bracket animals, so that I could specify. But kusaka can also mean, if you go in the bush to look for edible vegetables, it's also kusaka. Tukasaka ndiwo, meaning I'm going to look for some radish. But the hunting is to do with animals. But kusaka can be used. Kusaka animals or kusaka vegetables, whatever you are looking for. It's like looking for something. In my language, kusaka. Quarreling, kwambana. Arguing, it's the same. You are arguing with each other. You can hear the noise and you're like, hey, bambana. Hey, bambana. There's a confrontation. Fighting. This is actually, yeah. Oh God, I'm not violent. I'm not violent. Only self-defense that I've done. So here we go. And now the next lesson is about chisambijo ichi ncha manauni. Manauni, vintu or mazina. So nouns, manauni. It's common to use just manauni to people who went to school. If you didn't go to school, they wouldn't know what noun is. So, but noun is also translated sometimes with mazina. Mazina just means like names. Whew. So we finished the lemon now, so there's no more eating, I promise. But the strange thing was, the lemon didn't have any seeds in it. So I don't know what type of lemon it is, but it didn't have. But I finished it, so no more. Hey, where were we? Noun, manauni. Okay. Wireless. Wireless. Birds. Viuni. As in plural. Singular. Chiuni. Bees, njuchi. Njuchi, whether it's one or many, ni njuchi, bas. Bus. 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 Car, garimoto. Bicycle, njinga. House, nyumba. So you hear how I'm pronouncing this word, nyumba. Njinga. These three letter words. Market, musika. Plural, mi, sika. Fruit, vipaso. Excuse me. We just saw Lorraine eating lemon fruit here. This is mandimu. Lemon, mandimu. Ni vipaso. Food, chakulia. Oro, vyakulia. If it's in plenty, hey, vyakulia vossive. Songs, sumu. Bakwimba sumu, meaning they are singing songs, some objects, vintu. Advice, as we said earlier on, langu, malangu, dangu, singular, malangu plural. Football, bora. Bora means the actual, the ball. We call it bora. But even football, bora. But you can also continue to say bora kamalundi nowadays, because there's a lot to differentiate from. My books, mabuku yane. My is yane, as we said, mabuku, books, that is plural. Ganandi means plural, yeah? Bukulane, one, limoza, which is singular, lane, buku. Limoza, mabuku, ganandi. Buku, mabuku. My bag, chikwama chane. Singular, chimoza, my bag. Chikwama, chimoza, chikwama chane. Plural, vikwama vane. Or you can say vikwama vyane if you want to be complicated. That is plural. Meaning vinandi. Vinandi means many. My table, tebururani. Ma teburuga. You can say yane or ga. Gani. Gani. Okay. So plural, vanandi or vinandi. Singular, chimoza, rolimoza. My shoes, shapato zani. So shoes ni shapato. Zinandi or plural, my shoes. That's why we use zani. Zani means many. Yane, it's just me. Food. We're about to finish now in a minute. My food, chakulia chane. Or vyakulia vyane, plenty of food. Slowly, okay, these are instructions now, right? I'm saying slowly, you will start to get it. Pachoko pachoko, mutisambirenge. You have to have patience, you have to be consistent, you have to commit, you have to, even if you give yourself like 2 words per video, would still mean something where at least you know those words. Like, I just want to be intentional to know these words, and then you know them. You mention them almost every day as you are going about your day and using them, and that's it. Okay, so don't beat yourself up too much. Kujitimba yai, don't beat yourself up. Mutisambirenge pachoko pachoko. You will learn slowly. You will learn slowly. Ni pachoko pachoko. Start mutambenge. Getting it, mutisambirenge. So the last lesson, which is very short, I just started and I stopped. I'm like, no, the video will be too long if we do a lot. Chisambijo chama adjective, afotokozi. Afotokozi ni chicheva. Pachitumbuka panchiti wo fotokoza. Okay? So talkative, uwereveta. Someone who is hey, mama uwereveta huyu. Uwereveta. Brilliant, kutoa. Beautiful, kutoa. In different ways, right? Agre, chiheni. If someone says ulimuheni, it means it's not good. It's either you are agre or you're not good. You know, something that has gone really bad. You're like, no, this is chiheni. Unamtima uheni. They say unamtima uheni, meaning your heart is not good. You're not a good person. You're an evil person. Muheni muntu. So you hear that, run. If you say, oh, don't deal with that, get away, because it means he's not a good person. He's a very bad person. So we'll continue to do the verbs, adjectives, nouns, pronouns, singular, plural, superlative, cooperative, and all of that, so that we can actually have a basis, the backbone of the language, so that each time you just want to come and pick whichever then you do that. Okay, so let's stop share. And thank you for being here for this time. Thank you for watching. Please give it a like and also subscribe so we can grow the channel together. Taonga, yeo, zuwa liweme. Bye.